Hello, I'm Amika Pittman, President of Beta Sigma Omega Chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Alpha Kappa Alpha women across the world are bringing attention to Breast Cancer Awareness Month under Target 2, Women's Healthcare and Wellness. Breast cancer affects more women than any other cancer, with African American women having the highest mortality rate of any racial or ethnic group in the U.S. Many women avoid getting screened for breast cancer due to lack of resources, financial burdens, or simply fear the process of a mammogram and the ultimate results. However, it is important that we focus our efforts on early detection through mammograms to help improve the survival rate of women with breast cancer. This is a serious matter, and we remain committed to bringing awareness to this cause. Shalon Anderson will introduce breast cancer survivors and caregivers who will share their stories of survival and hope.
Thank you for joining us for this important conversation. Today, we will hear from two breast cancer survivors impacted by breast cancer and one caregiver who will talk about supporting a loved one coping with this disease. They will share their experiences and provide advice to those who are currently in the fight, as well as those who are in remission. Now, let's hear from Dion Todd and the caregiver, Mr. Joseph Wright, and his wife, Sheila.
Hello, my name is Dion Todd, and I have been a breast cancer survivor for 5 years. I initially found a lump in my breast while taking a shower. Like I said, I found it myself, and I did not even suspect that that's what it was. While taking a shower, I kind of felt it was a little hard there. Didn't suspect it was cancer or anything, so my spouse and I decided that we would kind of just watch it and keep an eye on it for a couple of days. So we did that. We kind of watched it for a week. It kind of didn't really change, but it was still there. So after about 5 to 6 days, I made an appointment to see the doctor. Saw the doctor, and she kind of was suspected of it. So she said, let's go ahead and do a mammogram. Now, granted, I had just had a mammogram probably 5 months before I found this. So I still was not, thinking it was anything. So we scheduled another mammogram. The second mammogram came back, and they still kind of suspected. So from that same appointment at the mammogram, I did a biopsy that same appointment. So they went in and tested it, and they told me I would have the results in about 48 hours. Well, 24 hours later, I got the phone call that my biopsy was positive. So finding it on my own. But like I said, there was really no history in my family, so it was really kind of shocking to know that that's what it was. But if you are doing your exams and everything, your own self-exams, that will help to catch it early. So detection early, it was helpful in my case.
Hello, my name is Sheila Wright, and I am a breast cancer survivor for 10 years. I found out that I had cancer truly. It was the grace of God, because I did not have any pain. I did not have anything that spurred me, oh, you need to go get this checked. It was truly by the grace of God working through my lovely spouse. We had some circumstances, some events in our life where we were about to be without insurance. And so I had directed my spouse, my son, to get any doctor's visits that they could before we were about to be out of insurance. I had done the easy things, the eye exam, teeth exam, but had not yet gone to see my OBGYN. Well, and I'll try to make a long story short, but my job was saved. And so I just was thinking, well, everything's fine now. I got my job. I'm going to keep my benefits. So I ceased going to finish my doctor visits. My spouse began to ask me, hey, did you ever finish your doctor's visits? And I said, no, but everything's fine now. Life's back to normal. And months went by. The Christmas holiday went by. And my spouse, again, and I really truly feel he's directed by the Lord, said, did you go finish your doctor's visits? And I said, no. And at this point, me, the one, I'm getting perturbed. But he put his foot down. He said, look, you're going to the doctor, or else I'm going to come up to your job and make that appointment for you. So I made the appointment. Long story short, I went to my OBGYN. And unfortunately, which I had never experienced before, I got the call back. Normally I go have my mammogram and they're like, everything's great, and you move on to the next year. This time I got a call back. And so I went for the second visit, and this time they did a mammogram plus a ultrasound. And you're laying on that table, and ultrasounds are normally pretty quick, but they're being real thorough, and she's taking more pictures than she normally, take. And so I did eventually get that call, you have cancer. And so that's how it was with me, a very shocking, saddening, unbelievable experience. I was a newlywed at that time, married roughly 6 months. And so, I got that call and the world just basically stopped. And that's how I found out.
Hello, my name is Joseph Wright. Along with me is my wonderful wife, Sheila Wright. I am a member of Real Men's Work Pink here in Oklahoma City. It is a pleasure and a wonder opportunity to be part of a Real Men Work Pink. We're leaders, not only in our community, but we're leaders around the nation to help raise funds and to get more word out and awareness throughout the nation. Preparing myself to become a breast cancer caregiver, without a doubt, you have to go to God. Lean without your own understanding, because He has everything in place. He has a plan. I don't know what I'm stepping into. All I know is that I have to trust God with my utmost and be prepared to serve with abundance.
I did not have any physical signs that I ignored. I don't have any family history of breast cancer, so this was the first time for my family or anyone to have it. So there was really no signs or symptoms. I consider myself healthy. I was working out, everything. So this was kind of out of the blue, came to me, but I didn't have any physical signs or symptoms.
I was not one that did breast self-exams. So I can truly say I can give you guys the best advice because I did not do that. I had no pain. I wasn't doing my breast self-exam, so I didn't notice a lump. For me, it truly was by the grace of God that I found out about it. The doctors saw it. But unfortunately, it was not because of anything I did that helped us find it.
The most important thing is to know that it's not the end. I recall getting the phone call from the doctor, and when she told me that my test was positive, I kind of blanked out. I didn't hear anything else she was saying or anything. So just know that it's not the end. You prepare yourself. It is a hard blow, but prepare yourself and know that there is things to get you better. Just make sure you're following the regimen and have a great, great support system.
Concerning the illness, the most important thing that I would like to share with you is to do the self breast exams and to make sure that you attend your regular annual appointments. It is very important. You could think, I'm young, I'm healthy, but cancer does not care. It doesn't discriminate. You could even not have a history of breast cancer in your family, and it could still happen. So I feel it is important to do your self-breast exams, keep up with your appointments. Just be aware, you're going to be your best advocate. You know your body first and foremost before anybody. And so I feel like that is very important.
Until you go through it, it's kind of hard to, know what to expect. So with my family, my spouse being right there, when they were able to talk to, because we didn't know, when we talked to others and the counselor, it helped. So I believe that counseling will help, because like I said, it's kind of hard to know what that person, you have a lot of different emotions and feelings when you're going through that with the treatment and then just having the illness itself. So the counseling helps, and it helps them to kind of have more empathy and sympathy towards the person that you're trying to support.
For those who are unfortunately going through breast cancer, I would say that it is not the end of the world. You are not the cancer. Do not let, or cancer does not define you. I would say there is hope. Please don't isolate yourself. Reach out to others. You do need help. You do. This is new chartered waters. So I would say reach out to your family. Lean on your church family. Become a part of a breast cancer survivor group. I went to meetings with breast cancer survivor groups and my eyes were open how helpful it was, because these ladies had gone through it before. Little nuances that the doctors might forget to tell you about, these ladies told me about. Things to expect they told me about things to expect with my spouse, things to expect with my children. Those ladies are going to put their arms around you in ways that you've never felt before, because they've been there. They will be your survivor sisters.
My advice to individuals in remission would be to have a support system. A lot of people try to go on any kind of, health issues on their own or stay to themselves, but the support system that I had was great, and it helped me get through. I had my family, my church family, my sorority, they all were there. I didn't have to cook or anything. I didn't have to clean while I was going through treatment. So it was very helpful to have a great support system. The support system will get you through, just to call and check on you. And then others that have been on that journey, I was able to talk to them and, say, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm doing. And they was like, I had that too. So I knew that it wasn't anything to be alarmed of. So the support system would be a great, great, great thing to have. And then just make sure you're following your doctor's regimen.
Don't allow yourself to be an island alone. In other words, do reach out to other people. Do lean on other people. Seek out a support system if you don't already have one. It is not something that you can do alone. You will need help. If you're going through this right now, find someone who can go to the doctor's appointments with you, because that's going to be very helpful for you. They will be objective and write down things that you may miss because you're going through it.
Be supportive as much as you can. Get to know that doctor and know that doctor in and out. Do not be afraid to ask questions. Take notes. Just because they have a title Don't let that bother you. Don't be afraid, because that information is vital for your spouse. It is vital for you to have that true understanding of what's going on, not only during the surgery, but after the surgery, after the fact that everything is done. You gotta be there, and you gotta know exactly what's going on with your spouse, because they're gonna go through some things that you never would have imagined. And support them with compassion. Amen. That's your spouse. 100% be there for them.
For those of us who are in remission, I would say stay vigilant, continue with your self-breast exam, continue with your follow-ups with your doctor, continue to stay healthy, continue to be a part of a community, whether it's your beloved sorority, whether it's your church. Just continue to stay involved. And I would also encourage those who are in remission to be a part of the cause. Tell others about how important it is to get their self-breast exam. Tell others what they went through. Be an advocate for others.
Let's remember the first rule of thumb. Dealing with breast cancer, but also dealing with life. God has commanded us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. That's the most important. But let's remember also Proverbs 18:22. For a man who finds a wife has found a good thing, and he has given you a blessing, a treasure. And my wife is 100% a treasure. And it's do or die, and we have to be there for one another. So that's the advice that I do have for that caretaker. When in doubt, do not give up. Support 100%. Man, October is here, y'all. So let's support one another. Help get involved to create a cure for cancer. Help Real Men Wear Pink. Look me up on the website at AmericanCancerCenter.org. My name is Joseph Patrick Wright. You'll see me there. Please donate. Let's do this. We can win, not just one, but we can win together.
On behalf of the members of Beta Sigma Omega, we thank you again for sharing your journey with us. We all pray that one day there will be a cure for cancer.